I hope we are good to go. I need to check audio is all good. I believe it is. It should be, but double checking obviously. One can pray that it works. But anyway, we are here at the Temple of Speed, Monza, and here for round. Literally put it in the title. Round 8. Somehow already forgot. Round 8 here in VFL Division 1. And there is already a spanner in the works, or a screw in the tuner. Either one. We see a wet quali to start off. Don't know about whether for the race, but certainly be interesting with if it was full wet weekend, or if it was just, well, mixed conditions. Could certainly switch things up. The Red Bull of Duke going to be the first one to set a lap. I'm going to go on board with him for this lap. Coming round, they renamed the. That was a snap. Didn't invalidate, so he can still go for his lap, but going to get a lot of speed off. He is fueled up for. He's got 7.3 laps of fuel, so is going to be able to do multiple runs. Very deep into turn 1, not the best. Might think there's a slight lockup involved. Sketchy on the throttle on the exit to part down on the run down to turn 4 here. I don't know how I'm forgetting the corner names for Monza. Gotta love the whole revving the engine through the two Lesmos here. First one nice and clean, kissing the apex on the entry. Same with the second. Little bit of a twitch on the exit of Lesmo 2 though, down the back straight here, down to Ascari. Braking just before the 100, validates his lap though, turns in too early. Going to be able to go for another lap though, so I believe, is it the AlphaTauri? Yes it is, 59.1. That is same thing again, turning in too early and validates his lap as well. Where is this Williams? There we go. Tristan seems had issues on his lap, because that is not the best of times. But we'll go back on board with Duke. 5-minute grid penalty for fire. A 1:42.3. What a lap from Tristan. Coming over the second race, we're missing the apex, gets squirrely. Oh my god, he's right on the bloody edge there. Careful into Ascari here, doesn't want to make the same mistake, not invalidate him again. Lucas is fastest at the moment, his teammate 27.1. Mamba behind, and both Hasses behind, 2-3 currently for them. But these it seems that there is a dry race because people are having sketchy setups. They are right on the edge. Robert pops himself up to P2. Dupe, meanwhile, is in P5, 2 tenths behind the Haas of Sam. Cress pops himself up to third, but Tristan takes away, drops him down to fourth as he takes second, 27.328, just ahead of Robert. Drops him down to second row of the grid. Podesta and Nato, though, in his home race. First one in the 26s. It was a great lap from him. Hoping to do well in his home GP here for Aston Martin today. Crest 2 tenths up on his time right now. 2.5 tenths through sector 1. Anyone else up on their time right now? Crest 2.5 tenths. I believe it's just him. 4.5 tenths now. This could be a purple lap. Invalidates Ascari once again. Ooh, he gets all twitchy on the exit. This is great to watch, I won't lie, but looking through split times, no one really on. I was gonna say no one's on the thing, but Podesta Nato 1.5 tenths up, and then he invalidates on the exit of Ascari with a big loss of rear end grip. Hats off to tip of the hat to these fucking drivers controlling these absolute death traps right now, because they are bloody close. Robert 2 tenths up on his time, currently coming through currently at the Lesmos. I call them a different thing, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it on stream. So Matty F1, no. I'm thinking, no, wait, what is it? P1 Matty, there we go. If you know back in the day YouTube Championship, you'll know what I mean. I didn't see the specs of split time for Robert, but I mean, he's still pushing. Oh, wait, is he gone AI? I don't know, it looked like he went AI for a second. A little snap of, like, the wheel. But he goes fast as a 1-2 for Aston Martin at the moment. 26.8. He joins his teammates in the 26s. What, just under 1/10 up on his teammate there. Castor gets disqualified for going the wrong way. Well done, my friend. Dupe's just gone up to P5 now, 27.3, 8.5 tenths improvement just then for him. His teammate on the other hand, just under half a tenth up. Coming up to the line, did he gain more time in sector 3? Yes, he bloody did. Just over 3 tenths in sector 3 alone. And then it goes P1 at the moment, 26.822 for the Red Bull of Lucas. Dislodges the Aston Martins. Is going to be a mighty battle, it seems, at the front between Red Bull and Aston Martin. Dupe needing to improve his time to help his teammate out here. This lap doesn't seem like the one for him. Dan just completing a lap as well, 4 tenths improvement for him. He goes up to P7 himself. I ain't asking questions. I ain't gonna say anything. I don't know what I just saw. Fire pops himself up to P4 though. What a lap from the Alpha Tauri. 27.1 for him. 4.1 fuel laps of fuel left. Probably going to be getting some ERS this lap and going for another push lap on the next one. First 2/10 up on his time right now to sector 1. Coming to the Lesmos once again, down to a Ascari. Will he... rear end loss, tries to correct it, doesn't, crashes out. That's going to be his qualifying done. Best for him, P7. Unlucky for him. Looking good for AlphaTauri, P4, P7. Crest also improving. 2/10s would have brought him up right next to his teammate. As fire invalidates his lap as well. Anyone up on their time currently? You are Pokesam. Currently sitting at 128. 9 milliseconds, I believe that was quicker. Tristan, oh my god. The track is definitely improving. He sets at 26.4, 4/10, or just under 4/10, ahead of Lucas in P2. Roki Sam, I believe that was 4/10 up on his time now as well. Going to be moving up to like sneaking into the top 10 here if he can keep this getting. Never mind, it's 8/10, 8/10 up. He's going to be all the way up in that P5 area. Just need a bit more improvement. Coming up to the line now for the Haas. Where is it going to be? P5, 26.974. Just ahead of the AlphaTauri, who is 3/10 up himself. Pedestinato 1/10 up himself as well. People improving everywhere we go. 2.5 for fire at the moment. Mambo, Sam's teammate, goes up to P6 with a 27.021 as well. People coming out for their final runs. It's most likely soon. Fire loses the rear end on the exit. Abandons the lap, comes into the pits. Maybe a fresh set of tyres and some more fuel. Goes out again. 3/10 up for Pedestinato through sector 2. Coming up to the line now. What's it going to be? 26.363. He says provisional pole. The track ramping up massively here as the rain dies down. Oh, what is up with this Alpine? But I'm sorry, I just can't find. I can't not find that funny. Lucas now starting his last laps or last runs here. 1.5 up already through sector 1. A little bit twitchy on the exit of 5 there, coming out of the chicane through the Lesmos, nice and clean for him. Second sector split coming up. Where will he be? Two and a half tenths through sector 2. Coming up the line round the parabolica now, takes the shallow line up to the finish line. 26.113. He says provisional pole. Cool down lap and another push lap most likely for him as people coming out for their final runs now. Tristan on a fresh set of inters most likely. Overall 7/10 improvement from Lucas though. What a lap from him. Gaining back that ERS, lowering that fuel, go for another lap most likely. Some people still in the pits waiting a bit more time, waiting for that rain to die down even more, or they're going to gamble for the sticks because it's not, it's still, the track is still greasy, it's still raining a bit, but you never know, some people might not have anything to lose. At the back here, I can't get over this fucking Alpine. Everyone else coming out now with just under 2 minutes to go. Fired just about to start his lap. He's gonna be hitting a train. People needing to get out of the way here. McLaren as well. Just getting out of the way in time. Some people saying that their final laps already as Apollo goes up to P4 with a 26.7, just ahead of Robert. Gets on the second row though. Fire still up on the time, 4.5 tenths up. Where would that put him? That would put him roughly around P4, but he's lost the rear end on the curb. It's going to be P10 at best for him. Dupe up to P3, 6.5 tenths improvement for him, just behind Pedestinato, who still has a lap to do. Don't think Lucas is going for another lap here. Not enough time is going to be a queue to get on to this final lap. Has Tristan got enough time here? Is it going to be interesting to see? I don't think he has enough time. He does not have enough time. He does not. That's qualifying over for Tristan. Predestinato, Robert still on laps. Maxi goes up to P5, 1.4 tenths improvement for him, 26.536. Lucas is done as well. Dupe also done. So the Aston Martins, Apollo I believe is down. He is not going for another lap here. The Hatters, one of the Hatters going up for a lap, 2.5 tenths improvement for him. Predestinato 1 tenth up on his time through sector 1. Robert, what about him? Just over half a tenth for him. Needs a big improvement in his second sector. 3 tenths for him there. Predestinato 2.5 tenths up. He needs to maintain this gap and he's got pole position. Some few more hundredths and just to confirm it. Robert's going to be first across the line though. Bit deep on entry, back on the power as soon as possible, coming up to the line now. Dan Bossman P8, make that P9 as Robert goes up to P2, 26.2 by his teammate. 26.2, Lucas has pole position. Predestinato losing time in that third sector. Unlucky for him. He has to settle for second on the grid. Lucas takes pole though. A great lap from him, 26.113. But here we go. Your grid for today. Lucas on pole. Once again, Pedestinato in his home race on the front row. In P2, Robert, his teammate, just behind in P3, Duke making it a Red Bull Aston Martin front two rows Red Bull sandwich for the Astons. Tristan up there in P5 as well. Maxi, brilliant lap from him, puts in P6 as well as Fire, but he does have the penalty. Sam in P8, Apollo P9, Dan rounding out the top 10 for you tonight. Five lights are on. Here we go. It's lights out and away we go. Lucas getting away well there, it seems. Wide. Okay, everything's fucked up. Predestinato trying to go. Lucas covering him off on the inside. Predestinato round the outside maybe as well. Duke trying to look down the inside of Robert, failing to make the move. Has to stick in P4 for now. On the attack once again, further back. Devastation from the McLaren. He is round for him. Maxi getting past Tristan also on that start, but them two battling hard, fighting it back, fighting there. I've done the wrong thing. Position change straight away for this first lap. Dan, great start from him, up 2 positions to P7, starting from P9. Sam doing the opposite, not the best start for him, but front 6 staying the same. As we go into the final sector of the first lap, Lucas is in P1, but Predestinato right behind him, coming alongside here on the softs for him. Talking about that, what tyres everyone on? Predestinato on the softs, Lucas, Robert, Duke, Tristan, Maxi all on mediums, Dan, Apollo, Sam on softs as well. These two fighting hard already, swapping positions. Lucas emerging in front for now, but Predestinato looking for the overtakes, looking for the moves. Tristan's back up to P5 after him and Maxi battling out here. But there goes Dan down the inside, the Ferrari, whilst his teammate knocked around on the entry of 4. Apollo down to P16, unlucky for him, but Dan up to P6, a beautiful move from him at turn 4. Tristan 1.7 seconds off these front 4. These front 4 streaking away already. Get chat back up. There we go. everyone starts to settle down. DRS active this lap, so overtakes are going to be coming out now. Destinato closing up the gap, putting the pressure on the Red Bull ahead. Maybe looking for a move into turn one. Should be able to move 3/10 the gap currently. Should be able to make it stick before the braking zone, depending on the wings. 4/10 now losing some time at Parabolica, but DRS now activated, closing down the inside. He goes. He's ahead into the corner. Lucas doesn't really fight it that badly. As Predestinato up into P1. Dan getting past Tristan as well, up to P5 for him. Sam getting past Maxi as well. These softs showing they have the grip right now. I say that as Sam is all twitchy into the entry of 4. Maintains it, catches it, does well. Tristan picking up a track limit warning, most likely just then. Jupe right on the back of Robert, both with DRS. Not going to be much to do, but the McLaren hitting the wall. Safety car is out. Gonna be interesting to see. Lap 4 currently. Soft runners might pit here. Don't know just yet. Professor Nato coming around the final corner. Is he going to be coming in? No, he isn't. Anyone coming in? I do not believe so. The Haas of Sam in right now. Leave Alfa Romeo as well. Alfa Romeo also in. Fire also in. 3 cars in. Everyone else staying out, holding track position. Castor comes into the pits as well, picks up 5 seconds for speeding. Unable to serve it this time round in the pits, but if he boxes again, will come in. But he's going on the hards. Most likely not going to be boxing anymore this race. Them all going for the mediums, apart from Apollo who boxed the previous lap. On to all going to hards, apart from Apollo who went on the mediums the previous lap. coming up to the end of lap 6. Safety car gonna be coming in to the pits. We're gonna see green flag running once again. Pedestinato leading the pack. One soft for him. He bolts it. Gets a gap going from Lucas. The slipstream gonna be closing that. As we head down the straight, the closing speed, oh my days. 5 tenths to 2 tenths by the braking zone. Can't see any moves on the time tower on the left. Never mind Tristan. Moving up to P5. Dan trying to fight back, still there, still on the inside. Slight bit of contact between the two. Tristan unscathed, he takes P5. Maxi tried to get up to P6 as well, take Dan down 2 places, but no, he couldn't do it. This has to stay P7 for now. 5 tenths the gap. Those softs still holding on decently well, maintaining the pace out front for the Italian. There's an issue for Maxi as he goes round. I didn't catch what exactly happened, if it was contact, but looks like it was self-done from where the mini-up is. Jupe going up on a move for Robert though, struggles to put down power on the exit as he slides everywhere. Stays P4 for now. Tristan out of DRS already, needs to be pushing to get back in. These 4 out front are on some crazy pace. Lots of movement near the back though, that is for certain. Tristan back in the DRS, so 7 tenths. Needs to stay in this train to have a chance at defending against Dan behind. As soon as you lose DRS, it is game over, lights out for you pretty much. You are just going to fall like a stone, and Tristan very much struggling on the straight. Ooh. Down the inside goes Jupe, but further ahead, these two battling it out. Pedestinato, Lucas on the inside, Pedestinato on the outside. Lucas emerges ahead, but Pedestinato, he's not going to be backing down from this. Trying to go on the outside of turn 4 here, breaks a bit early, maybe looking for a switchback out of 5. Gets a snap, doesn't have enough, not alongside enough to go for the move into the Lesmos, has to hold behind, but he's going to have DRS here. Down into Ascari. Closing, hangs back, holds behind into Ascari, doesn't want to make a suicidal move into the fast left. Alpha Mare. Aston Martin's definitely carrying more wing than the Red Bulls, that's for certain. Tristan and Williams definitely carrying more wing as well. Now DRS active, ERS also on. The overtake turned on for Jupe. Round the outside he goes with Robert. Tries to send it. Wheel bang there. He goes up into P3. stays on track just about. Tristan also pushing. He's going right around the outside and both of them up into P3 for him. Rob around the outside as well. Dupe, after going up to P3, falls down to P5, back up to P4. Dan up to P5. Tristan up into P3, down to P6 in 2 corners. Little bit of contact there from Tristan and Dan. They fall down to P6 and P7. Sam goes up to P5 now. This has been bloody crazy, this lap. But these two have just been streaking clear after all this battling behind. Lucas holding the lead, Nato in second. Oh boy. DRS for Jupe, he's going to be absolutely blitzed past Robert most likely. Yep, there he goes. Sam also, the overspeed. He goes down the inside of Robert, takes P4. He is bloody quick on the straights, that's for certain. Has very good pace on the hard compounded tyres also. He boxed under the safety car. I forgot he boxed under the safety car. He's on fresher tyres than everyone else. He could. So a pit stop. He's a pit stop ahead of everyone because of the safety car. I don't believe he'll be able to go to the end though. As he picks up 3 seconds, that didn't look like he went off the track. That really did not look like he went off the track. I don't know, I'm probably blind though. Lap 11, going on to lap 12, Nato still out on these softs. As Dan, first to pit. Coming in, going for the undercut on the other everyone else. Promotes everyone up. Crest up to P6 now. Tristan really struggling with that low wing, but fighting back against the AlphaTauri around the outside. Into turn 4, brakes evenly. Wheel banging for the 2 there. Tristan's still there. Just has to back out. Looks at the inside. Contact between the 2. The AlphaTauri gets shoved off wide. 2 AlphaTauris going side by side into Lesmo. 2. Fire emerges ahead. Crest down 2 positions. Make that 3. As the Alfa Romeo comes through up into P8. But Nato and Lucas dupe. And now Sam up in this front train. Robert dropping off himself. No visual damage on the car, but dupe now triggering the pit stops. Tristan in the pits also. 5-second penalty for him speeding in the pit lane. That's going to be an issue. Further up, Castor down the inside. Alfa Romeo is sent around. Castor's up into P7. Can he go for one more? Up into P6 maybe. Use the slipstream. Use what ERS he has left. AlphaTauri Crest defending the inside. Castor looking for it but doesn't make the move. Doesn't make the lunge into turn 4. Stays P7. He's laggy. Oh my god. Tristan emerging P15, dupe P13, Dan getting the undercut on Tristan. 3 seconds as well, that is big. Dan's going to be P2. most likely here. Destinato still out on softs. Yellow flag, sector 3 is safety car out. All of them coming into the pits now. This is going to be bad for Cress and Robert. Double stack for Aston Martin them. Believe he didn't lose at any positions. Robert's still P4. Fair play. I thought he'd lose positions with the double stack, but no, never mind. Everyone coming in for fresh tyres, no matter where you are. It seems even the people who just boxed a lap earlier, lap before the safety car comes out, that hurts. Unlucky for them, that's for certain. There's Lucas out in front, Predestinato in second, Sam in third now. What tyres everyone on? Lucas on the hards going safe. Predestinato, Sam on mediums. Robert taking the risk on the softs. I mean, his teammate did go 13 laps on the softs with a safety car period. So we could see. He knows it can be done. That's for certain. Can he get? How's the tyre wear going to be at the end compared to the other tyres? Though that is the question. Fire Apollo, Scott also on mediums, and there's a gaggle of soft runners. Maxi on the hard, Dupe on mediums, Dan on softs, and the last 3 on mediums also. Oh boy. The safety car comes into the pits. I'm sorry, I was not paying attention. Lucas bolts it. Predestinato I thought that AlphaTauri was going to bloody send it then for a second. Ooh, slight contact there. I saw Alpha Romeo nearly get sent around. The front five, it's staying the same. Dan trying to make moves already up into P11. Can he make it P10 down inside? Gaster's defending well. So he holds on to P10 here. Safety car, one lap ago. Lucas sets fastest lap of the race, 21.944. Pedestinato though holding close, bit deep into turn one, right there. I am not paying attention right now. My attention span has gone off a cliff, but what on earth happened to Duke? I don't know, but is Robert in P3 taking that P3 spot? No, never mind, not Duke, Sam. What happened to Sam? Duke boxed before the safety car. I'm so out of it right now. I apologise. Sam down to P5, Fire, Robert taking his places, Lucas out of DRS now. Pedestinato not able to fire up his mediums and stick with him. Lucas using all his DRS to stay at. Do you get out of DRS though? But he hasn't really done it. Not much to say right now. Just one massive DRS train, or will be once. Well, DRS is now on, but not really close enough to go for moves. Never mind Apollo going for closing in quickly on Sam. Not close enough though. Highlight this battle for the lead, currently lap 19, 7.5, I don't know, some laps to go. Brain is not braining right now. Pedestinato looking down the inside though, bit cheeky, looking for a move into Ascari. Very definitely crazy, that's for certain. There we go. Some moves being taken place. Predestinato up into P1. Lucas trying to fight it, going around the outside there, not able to. He falls back down to P2. Robert also tried to get involved there, but he couldn't as well, having to settle for P3 for now. Lucas, a lock up for Robert. Sam and Fire battling it out once again. Sam going around the outside. Fire having to back out of the move, of the retake. Has to go back down to P5. Yellow flag, sector 2. Is it Alpine? Retires from the race. Personato still out in front. Lucas P2. Roberts in P3. And we've got Sam in P4. Got 3-second time penalty. I believe. Pretty sure it's 3 seconds. Yes, it is. And then Fire just behind him as well. But Robert is round. Robert is around, he falls down all the way down to P15. Brings Sam up to P3. Fire just outside of the podium positions will take it with that penalty that Sam has. But the battle turns into two with these two, Predestinato, Lucas, battling out for the win here. Lap 21 now. Both probably going to be saving their ERS, building up the battery to defend on these final laps here. Sam picks up another 3 seconds, 6 seconds now for him as he goes off on the X here. Scary. Yellow flag, sector 3, no safety car out. Probably certainly wishing for one. This means Fire up to P3, up into that final podium position. Don't think he got DRS though. No, he didn't. Apollo going to be pushing up behind. Little bit of contact with the other Alpha Tauri as he gets a, the other Alpha Tauri gets a snap of move still on the exit of 2. Lucas still hanging back behind, saving that ERS. Predestinato around 30%, Lucas around 50 to 60. Big difference there. Yellow flag once again in sector 2. On the start finish straight once again, Lucas with going to have DRS 2.5 tenths right now. Moves to the inside, moves back, looks to the inside once again, doesn't commit. He stays in P2, wanting to save as much ERS, move on that final lap, defend with all that ERS he's going to be saving up. Press up to P4 now ahead of Apollo. With that penalty is going to be knocked back down, but he might, never know, could get it removed. I don't know how he got their warnings, but you never know. They do, these top 5 all in the DRS train have a healthy gap to the Red Bull, Duke behind in P6. any of these five could win it, to be honest. Just needs some crazy, might need some crazy things to happen, but you never know. It is Monza. Ooh, Lucas is all out of shape there, and he's going to be under pressure from Fire as Fire pulls a lot, pulls to the outside alongside now. DRS active for both of them, ERS as well. Lucas on the inside holds position, slight lock up from Fire in P3. He has to settle there once again, putting the pressure. Made Lucas use up some ERS as well, which is going to help Pedestinato on these final few laps. Lap 24 now of 27. Pedestinato still holding out strong on these mediums. Lucas does hards, not doing him any favours right now. A little bit of a correction needed from Pedestinato. That's going to lose him some time. But on the exit, he gained back that time. 5/10 the gap this time down on the run down to turn 1 here. Not going to be close enough once again. But further behind, Cress making the move up to P3 ahead of his teammate Apollo, right behind Fire here. Maybe looking for a move into turn 4. Looking for it once again. Looks to the inside. Has to just settles in behind the AlphaTauri. This lap through the Lesmos they go. These 5 still in unison. I was actually no, it is now with 4/10 the cap for everyone. Is synchronized pretty much. Crest picks up another 3 seconds. Needs to get a move on here. On those soft compound of rubber, his tyres are going to be dying compared to the others. Lap 26 now. Pedestinato maybe looking for a move. No, he's holding back. Still alongside though, trying to make Pedestinato maybe use some ERS, but Chris round the outside. Can he make it stick? Don't think he can. ERS on for him. Lucas having to use it himself. But 1.5 laps to go through the Lesmos for the penultimate time. Lucas still in P2, Pedestinato still in first, Chris in P1 currently. That penalty not going to help him, but I think he just wants to build a gap as much as possible to the people behind. Currently Apollo in P4, Dupe now up to P5, Fire in P6, Maxi, and then Tristan in P8. He's got the Alfa Romeo Scout behind, and we've got Dan rounding out the top 10 as we speak. But onto the final lap here. No ERS for Pedestinato. Lucas has plenty. He goes with DRS down the inside, past the Aston Martin. Will he be able to come back though? The little amount of ERS, I don't believe he will. Lucas has way too much compared to the Aston Martin. Yellow flag, sector 1 once again. Robert, I believe, was the cause of that. Dan up to P9 as well. We are going to be running this battle just in case anything happens. Last DRS straight for Pedestinato. He's going to be too far. 6/10 is not going to be enough. No DRS on this last straight. I believe it's going to be set in stone. EOS, not both flashing, I believe now. Never mind. Lucas just got just over 10% left. But coming around the final corner, it's going to be Lucas once again taking the first place on that final lap overtake. Pedestinato taking second in his home race. Still a great display from him. Apollo for the Scuderia takes P3. Dupe, after boxing a lap before the safety car, recovers to P4. Fire takes P5. His teammate, after penalties, takes P6. Maxi P7. Tristan P8. And we've got Dan in P9. Scott taking the last place in the top 10. We got Sam, and we got Robert, Exotic, and then we got JH coming in 14th. The last classified driver there. One final time, here is the classification for the race post race penalties. But Lucas taking the W from pole position. Great display from him. Unlucky for Pedestinato, who finishes second in his home race. Apollo takes that final podium position for Ferrari in their home race. Dupe takes P4. Fire takes P5 after a good display. Both AlphaTauri starting not the best qualifying, but finishing great in the race. Maxi takes P7. Tristan P8. Dan P9. And I forgot who was P10. Sorry about that. But that's been it for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed. And you guys have a good night. We'll be back here next week